Alright, now here's the final part, which is known as part 4 of the May 2025 edition of my entire Disney Black Diamond Classics VHS collection. So I only have like 5 more tapes left to go to finish off right here. So anyways, we're almost about done with this collection video now, guys. We're almost getting there, so we're almost done. So anyways, let's go on and show you the last 5 tapes, and then we'll be officially done with this collection video. So anyways, let's finish off the rest of the tapes right here. Oops. Sorry, hang on, let me retry this again. Sorry, the clamshell was stuck on the carpet there, so let me try this again. There we go, much better. No print date on this Canadian tape once again. Oops, hang on. Hang on, I forgot to mention about the last tape. Hang on, let me show that. Let me pull that one back out. Sorry, I forgot to mention something here about this right here. And this is a Canadian copy of the 1993 VHS of Aladdin. So I forgot to mention that for this copy right here. Right here, that is. So my apologies about that. I forgot to say that this is a Canadian copy of the 1993 VHS of Aladdin right here. So sorry about that, you guys. I have no idea why I was losing focus a bit, and I forgot to say that during this tape right here. So I just want to give you the information about this tape right here. That's more like it. So now let's go ahead and retry showing the next tape. Sorry, I got myself a little bit interrupted because I forgot to mention about my 1993 Canadian VHS of Aladdin. So yeah, so it's all good now. So anyways, let's try the next tape again. January 3rd, 1994. And no, this copy does not have the preview for The Return of Jafar at the beginning at all, unfortunately. It's because this copy is version 1 of the 1994 VHS. So just want to give you the information on that. February 27th, 1996. And yes, this copy does have the preview for The Return of Jafar at the beginning. It's because this copy is version 2 of the 1994 VHS. So just want to give you the information on that. And this copy, I believe this is one of the very last copies that they ever printed right before 2 months later, back on April 30th, 1996, is when the 1994 VHS of The Fox and the Hound went back into the vault and went back to moratorium. So I'm guessing this is one of the last copies of this tape that they ever made back then, and they were printing more copies until April 30th, 1996, when this tape went back into the vault back on April 30th, 1996, right back then. So yeah. So I just had a thought to mention that. So just why not for me to mention it anyway. So yeah. So let's move on. We're almost done. No printing on this Canadian tape once again. And this is a Canadian copy of the 1994 VHS of The Fox and the Hound, by the way. So just want to give you the information on that. And now here's the last and the final tape for this collection video, and then we'll be done with this collection video. October 12th, 1993. All right, everyone, that will conclude and that will wrap up my entire Disney Black Diamond Classics VHS collection for May 2025 edition. So, yes, I am so glad I finally got a chance to redo this collection video again, because I figured I'd go in and do something a little different as I gave out the intros at the beginning of part 1, so, which I have finally just did that already, so I'm glad I made this up a little bit different this time for this redo of this collection video. So yeah, and once again, like I mentioned at the beginning of part 1 of this video, I was gonna do my Disney Masterpiece Collection VHS collection titles, but I'm gonna have to hold that off until another time. So whenever I get around to it, and I'll do that as soon as I can whenever I feel like it and stuff, and pulling all my Disney Masterpiece Collection VHS tapes and all that stuff, which that will be in another time. So as I was originally going to do that video, but apparently I just figured I'd go in and redo my Black Diamond titles again just for May 2025 and just make it a little bit different for this edition, that is. So yeah. But guys, don't worry, you guys. I will do a 2025 edition of my Disney Masterpiece Collection VHS titles as soon as I can when I feel like redoing that collection again for 2025 edition. But I know I did that collection video back 2 years ago when I originally recorded this on my old iPhone 7 back then, but I no longer have that phone anymore, and that phone is no longer working anymore. So I now have a new iPhone 15 that has better quality for recording videos on there and stuff, and it looks like on HD quality, and it looks a lot better than my old phone, actually. So yeah, so I'll go in and redo my Disney Masterpiece Collection titles for 2025 edition as soon as I can, you guys. Whenever I get around and feel like doing that collection video for 2025 and all that stuff. So I figured I go ahead and mention that to you guys one last time before I wrap this video up and get done with this video, before I move on to another VHS video later and stuff. So yeah. So anyways, I hope everyone, and I hope y'all enjoy the May 2025 edition of the redo of my entire Disney Black Diamond Classics titles entirely for this redo of this collection video. So thank you guys for watching this entire collection video, and I hope everyone enjoys this. A lot of you guys enjoy this, I meant to say. So I hope y'all enjoy this entire collection video, and I'll see you guys later on in the next VHS video. So until then, peace out, fellas, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now, and see you in the next video. I'm out. See you later.